G'day there, mates. My name is Mr. Magilla-cutti, and welcome back once again to my channel. So today we'll once again be returning to Final Fantasy 16. So in our previous video, we've pretty much been clearing up a couple of side quests where we had learned a bit about Lady Charon's past, and the demons she created back then. Not literal ones, but you know what I mean. So we're going to finishing off the rest of the side quests, the ones that are available. Can't remember the name of the place.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw it.
Just gonna check something real quick if you guys don't mind.
I pity those in the villages. Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Yeah, I think we know where we need to go.
Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, those two. Alrighty, so let's just head back there, shall we? Oh, Tabble. Alright, so before we move on...
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Carava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast... Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovani, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Okay then. So it's another way where we need to go. Also, about the bounty, about the marks that I'm going to do, I'll do those a bit later. As we just wanted to see if everything would be alright with me first.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
You there, the strapping lad with the sword. Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
So pretty much learning a bit more about history. Don't I mind? Oh, whoa, what the heck?
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic.
That Cyril fella's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are.
Okay, so the dome pavilions. Ah,
Why
there's
won't
one.
the sky go back to how it was?
Ah, here's one.
I don't like it.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
True. I'll get that on the way back then. Oh wait, hold on. There's another one over there, so never mind. Let's go back this way then. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessings and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
Thank you for the deal, egg, mister. Mummy made the pottage from it.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone, with pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Yeah, because we know my memory's not going to be that good.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Okay, so pretty much these people were descendants of 3 different... from
Careful how you pack that leather.
3 different
Any
lands.
crystal scratches will bring down.
Still. What's this?
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very... You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Same could be said about you, Clive. So, let not the park call the kettle black.
The free cities under sea.
Alright, so... looks like I need to head down this way to get what I need. So... let's mount up and, get going.
Ready, go?
Yeah, because I believe I try to come down this path at some point.
Faster!
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
We're just taking care of something real quick, and we'll be back on track. Pretty much ignore these guys. Right, here on the field. Suppose I put in the spawn shuttle here since it was close.
Alright.
Being said, Quora should be up ahead. And there it is. Let's get the hide from it, head back, and be on our merry way, shall we?
You deserve a rest. Old he may be. Looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
How about that? I am getting a bit better with my base and double creep. So I'll be able to time that, I'll go and time. You see? Not exactly fun. Well, Flare Breath may not do a whole ton of damage. Yeah, it's still useful when combined with Lightning Rod there.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
I can imagine old hide can smells like that. No offense to any elders out there. Alright. Spectral man upstairs. Oh no, wait. Over here. Never mind.
Here's your hide. As requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I'd hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Thank you very much. Alright, let's get back on track. Now, I know I say that I don't mind doing side quests, but they can be a bit bothersome after a time. I'm really gonna have to look up when I can actually face the Griffin and the Bomb King.
The free cities under sea?
Ready, go?
And away we go.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Mm-hmm. Orcs are in so close here. Speaking of winter, I was going back over some old videos from a few days ago. Well, not a few episodes, sorry. And I think the monsters that may have been attacking Charon is the orcs themselves. We got more of them. We've got a spellcaster here. There's two ways we can go. We can take the path here, or this way. I say we just go this way.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Not yet. It's on the birds are falling, I think.
Free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Sounds about right. Another battle section. Hmm? Is that another... Yeah, another... Looks like we had a few more side quest pops up. Alright. Since this is probably going to be one of those points of no returns, might as well get these done up, because who knows what's going to happen. That, and I'd rather have a full episode to take care of this.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Then we'll have to find it, and fast. We cannot let this chance pass us by.
What are you talking about?
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy? To make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
I'm sure we won't either. Still, have a little bit of that won't hurt. Okay. Closest here is... Oh, wait. Never mind. Looks like we're going to take an underpass. So... Ah, we have to take this road, so never mind then. It's always good to help those in need.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans?
Mm-hmm.
And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
You got it. Also, sorry if my voice is getting louder or quieter. Duh. I've pretty much got the microphone on my lap. Alright. This place looks almost like an oasis. Next to the river too. Still, I wonder why why people here abandoned it. I don't know, maybe because they disaster struck or something happened, I don't know.
This must have been a nice place once.
Will be again.
Oi! You cheeky salt. But I've got a feeling these aren't going to be the only piece, yeah? Really settled in here. One more. don't know why I chose to use Mega Flare, but might as well make the most of it. Oh, we can go Mega Flare 3 now. How high can I go with it? Well, let's find out, shall we? Ah, damn it. We'll try again another time. Take care of that.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
Let's have a quick look around first. You never know. You never know. If there's anything good here, I won't find it yet. Let's just step back.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
What that was all about.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Okay then. Ah, yeah.
Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
I see. I guess opportunities like that are hard to come by, and I suppose the sibling just wants to see their other sibling make a better opportunity for themselves. I don't think I'll have enough time to finish the last two, so I'll probably just give myself an extra 8 minutes. See what's going on in Martha's.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
The Kingdom of Flame. Sounds good. Alright. Let's quickly deal with this one.
Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
Good idea. Do this side quest and we'll call it an episode. So Wade.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Okay, this is actually going to take a bit longer than I thought it would. That being said, I suppose we can quickly do it. Wants a bit of extra time anyway. I'm just trying to keep these videos as short as possible.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place or face the consequences.
Okay, so that's just 4. Whoa! Animation is different. And more deadly, I'll say that much.
That's the end of that then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Well done, Toro.
That's better. Nice try.
It was already near. Damn, why did it go down? Jesus. Some enemies just love being stubborn, don't they?
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight.
Thank goodness.
Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Sounds like a good idea. Hey. Suppose a bit of good news is always good in these dark times. Don't know why I was stuttering that.
There you are. All went well then?
Yep.
Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Yeah. Just people being good people. I always did like seeing wholesome things like this. But with that being said, enough of my sentiments. That's gonna have to do it for today's episode, people. Next episode, we'll take care. We'll take care of that last side quest, and I'll probably have to look up to see when we actually do take down the Griffin and the Bomb King. But we'll see when that happens. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and show your support for the channel. I would very much appreciate that. And with that being said, time for me to hop off. I've got stuff to do. So thank you all again. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves and drive safely out there, people. Bye bye, take care, and have a good time. Bye bye.